Hi everybody, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up from Ohio, and I'm coming to bring you a fun fold card that is really neat. Just let me get my iPad set up to where I can make sure that you guys are all in line where you can see. And here is what I'm doing. I'm actually going to be doing this card right here with the Hey Chicks set, which will be going out when that ends, I think in May or June, one of the two, I forget. Let me look, I have it right here. I think it'll tell me how good that's for. And it doesn't on this page that I have. But anyway, it's good for a little while longer, but it will not be in our new catalog. So anyway, I wanted to show you the card. It's Hey Chick, and the inside, have a happy day, and it actually folds like this. It makes a stand-up card. So if you can see it, how that just folds up, and it makes a stand-up card that can be displayed and stuff, and this is how the front of it looks when it's displayed. But anyway, that is the card I'm going to be making today. Here is one with the dragonfly, and which is just like this. You can mail it, a standard card in the mail, and that's how this one's decorated, and it goes right behind the wing of the dragonfly. And then I made one with the Butterfly Brilliance set, and of course all of these papers will be retiring, so this one is already gone. It's not orderable anymore, and you know, Stampin' Up gets rid of their papers, brings out new papers, so they will be different DSPs out there. And then what this one says, time to celebrate, happy birthday, and it just gets tucked in under like that. So that is the 3 different cards I did. Very easy cards. I'm going to show you how to do them real quick. I did use the stitched shape framelits, and I used the oval. Same with this, and both of these sets will be retiring also. So if you like this set or the ovals, they will not be available come the 1st of May. So they are on the retired list. If you haven't seen that list, I have that over on my Facebook page, Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes, that you can see it, or I have it on my actual business page, which is Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes. My Facebook group where that's at is Stamp Crazy VIP. I'm sorry, didn't make that real clear. We're also going to be using the Hey Chick stamp set right here, and the Flowers for Every Season DSP, which is this right here. It's got a lot of papers in it, and that's where this sunflower paper came from. So we're going to be using that. We've got Stampin' Blends we're going to be using, and then we're going to be using the little in color enamel dots. And of course we got new in colors coming in, and that with our new catalog that will be out May 3rd. But the retired list is out. The closeout list of all the embellishments and all that is leaving. So I'm going to lay that card right here. I have already scored my card, so I'm going to just tell you the measurements. This is 5.5 by 8.5. It's scored at 4 1/4, just like a regular card. And then I know we've made cards where we fold this out here, but today we're going to be folding it to the inside of our card. Okay, so we just want to make sure that that's all folded right, and then we want to give this really good burnishing, because we want that to be able to stay closed and stay flat. So that is how we do this card as far as that is concerned. Now, I've got all my pieces cut for my card, so I'll be telling you what I have for that. I cut, this is Misty Moonlight, and then this is the Just Jade, and it's just going to make a small layer out here on the front. And it is cut 2 by 5 3/8. So let me get my glue. I had to bring a new glue out. I've about ran out of glue. It took longer trying to squeeze the bottle to get glue out than I did making my card the other day. So we're going to use this. So what I do is I take and put that so I can see a white edge there. And layer this on my card. And press it down. Then I'm going to put glue on the other piece. I love the way a new bottle of glue flows. Makes life so much easier. So then I'm going to put this on this next panel, and this is the front of our card, okay? So let me just show you that real quick. If I would close it, that would be our front, okay? So now I'm going to take my DSP, which is cut 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and those are going to just fit on the front. So we'll just, I like to use the glue because then I can wiggle the paper around a little bit. So there is that one. I set my iPad up so I can watch and see if I'm in camera, and then I forget to look at it. Crazy. And then we're going to put the other piece right here. Glue that down. And that's the front of our card, okay? I love the sunflowers. Love the blue background with it. So now I'm going to do the inside of my card, which is just a piece of basic white cardstock cut 5 1/4 by 4. So we're just going to take and we're going to put that to the inside of our card. Okay. And then I got a piece of DSP cut 5 by 1 3/4. That's going to go on the inside here. So I'm going to actually put some glue on that. Takes a lot of glue. And then that's just going to, I'm going to leave a white edge on the side there. And then just glue this, whoops, down. Didn't mean to go that far over. There we go. So I've got everything glued down. So I'm going to take, rub on that side, and I'm going to do the same here. And that's the way I'll make sure everything's down flat. So there's our card base. That is basically the card made. Now I have my 2 ovals here for my chicks to go on, and I have those right here, and I still have to color them, but I am going to go ahead. I'm not going to put them down. I'm afraid they'll be too wet with that new glue. So I'm going to color these just really quickly. I didn't color them in my video the other day, and they're like, but I like to see you color, so I didn't color these. So I'm going to use the light Misty Moonlight on her, and I'm just going to make a fine line. It's just to kind to give her an outline. My eyes like to play tricks on me sometimes when I'm outlining like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, when where her feathers are ruffled, we'll just add a little, and it'll dry lighter, so I'm not worried about that. So there is the outline of my chicken. I'm going to take the light Cajun Craze, and I am actually going to use the other end and just do her little feet, little chicken feet. I'm going to use the dark So Saffron and make her beak. And then I'm going to do the light saffron, and I'm going to do her hair, which you really can't mess up because it looks all messy anyway. And if you get outside the lines a little bit, it's okay too. Just means she's got frayed ends or something. That's what we'll say anyway, to keep it to where she looks nice. I love this little chick. I'm sorry to see her go. I was sorry to see her go when she went in 2017 when she was in the Celebration catalog. And then they brought her back, and now she's leaving again. Her and her little friends in that set. You know what I'm just going to do is just kind of put some dark in here. It's not going to make a big difference, especially on camera. And I'm going to take and add her to the oval that I used. And the oval that she's on is the second to largest oval in the stitched framelets. And then this is the fourth from the smallest die as far as the scallop dies. If you count from the smallest to the fourth up, you'll get this one. And then this one is the fifth up. So now we're going to color him real quick, or her. I think it's a her. So we are going to take, first I'm going to take the cinnamon cider, and I'm going to do the feet again, just like I did on the other one. They're hard to do, they're so skinny. And I'm usually heavy-handed, so that makes it really hard for me to do. Then I'm going to take the light Misty Moonlight, and I'm just going to put a little color right in through here. Not a whole lot yet, because I want it to kind of stay light. Looks like a mess when you're first doing it. So we're going to put this on. Okay, and then I'm going to take the light So Saffron, and I'm just going to color in her body. And I'm going to go up into that blue a little bit. Because it's surely not going to hurt. And when I'm taking that yellow and getting into that blue, what it's doing is just re-wetting that blue so it'll bleed a little bit to look shaded. Then I'm going to take, again, my light, and I'm just going to take and make some little wispy lines in here, just to bring that out a little bit. And I'm barely touching the paper, because I don't want it to look I want it to look airy. I don't want it to look painted on there. So that's why I'm doing this. And I can go all the way around the edges and just add some blue real lightly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my light again, and once I'm on the wrong end, once I do that, it'll darken up. So, and I'm going to leave a little bit where I'm not going to go in the center of her area right there. So that's how that is done. Now I'm going to take the light, just jade, and I'm going to do her feathers right here. And I really want to leave her kind of light in that area. So I'm going to let that dry a minute and do the tail. And as you can see, I'm just I'm not really coloring, I'm just doing light strokes to make it meet. My card here, it's not real dark. I did one and it was really kind of dark and I didn't care for that, so I'm just going to take the light instead of using my dark, just jade, and let that color in there. Then I'm going to go just around her face. And I'm going to, and I didn't do it on this first one, but I did it on another one, this color in her face with the yellow. Just kind of highlights in there. And I'm going to do her beak in the yellow. And then I'm going to take the light real red and I'm going to do the comb on top of her head. There again, I'm just doing light strokes. I'm not trying to darken, really get that dark. And there she is. She is colored. So what I'm going to do, I already have my sayings cut, and what I did is I used the classic label punch, which after I did this was on the retired list also yesterday. So I did this, but I'm going to show you, all I did on my card was I put a little bit of glue. Sure I did. There we go. Pick that up. And I'm just going to put that down here at the bottom of my card and butt it up against that DSP paper. Okay? Then I'm going to take, because I cut off, I made a straight edge after I punched it out so that I could butt them up against the paper and make them just look like more of a tag than a label. So I'm going to take this one and it's going to go on the inside here. And there we go with that. We've got that. Let's go ahead and glue him to his piece of scalloped oval. And we just want him to just fit in there. We don't need a whole lot of color. So there he is. I'm going to take her and we're going to put dimensionals on her. And I want her to stand up so that that card will stop against her when it's opened and set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer 2 dimensionals on top of each other. So I'm going to take one and put right on top of the other just to make it thicker. I'm going to do the same with this one. And they really do stick when you do that. So you don't have to worry about them coming apart. And I'm going to just take her and I'm going to just center her on this piece of paper down here. Like so. So that when this card is opened, it's going to look like that. Now what we're going to do with him, make sure he's good. I'm just going to glue him right to this center piece right here. So what I'm going to do while that's opened, which I think would be easier, I haven't tried it this way, I'm going to put a bead of glue, and I don't want this to come out really, really fast, but I want it to come out. I want it to come out, but there we go. That's really about all the glue that you need. So now I'm going to lay it out flat, and I'm going to take and center him and let him lay for just a minute. I'm going to keep my fingers on him as I let him lay there. Make sure that he's down good in that center, so that when I open this, he's not stuck to either side. I want it to be level like that. And what I did with mine, and I'll show you the done one, because he will dry, because this glue really holds good when he's dried. That's how it's going to dry. And that's what I did with this one. I just took it and let it lay after I was done with everything on it like that, and let it dry really, really well. The last thing I want to do though before we go is I want to put some little embellishments on my card. So I'm going to lay it down for a second, and I'm going to put some dots on my card. And I'm going to put one inside right here. So now I have, move that one out of the way, and now I have my card made. So once that's dry, it will not come off, because this one's done and it doesn't go anywhere. It's stuck in there. And I've opened and closed this a million times showing it. And so that's how it does. Cute, cute card. Now I will tell you that a friend of mine actually brought this to my attention. She saw it and loved it. She's like, oh, you need to do a video on this so we know how to do it. So I'm like, okay. She did see it on Kylie Bertucci's YouTube channel when she was showing the sympathy cards and stuff she had gotten when her father passed away. So anyway, it was one of the cards that popped up on there, and she happened to see it, and so she's like, oh, you need to do it. So I did my version of it, and it works out good. It's a great card. It's an easy card, fits in an A2 envelope, so you don't have to I mean, it's flat enough to send even with your dimensionals in there for her. You can do it with one set of dimensionals, but this, if it isn't really creased really good, it might want to pop up. So I put 2 on there so it makes sure that it stays. Okay, so there it is, and that is our card today. So I hope you all like it. I do have my PDF that I make, and on this card especially, it's over on my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP. It's in the files. I put all of my cards that I do here on YouTube. I have a PDF of how to make it, the supplies and the step-by-step instructions. With this card, because of it being the trifold the way it is, I did put pictures with it so that you could see how it opens, and then the front of it. So that is the card, the pictures, and here's the directions on the card. Here's everything I used on it and my layers. So if you do not belong to my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP, you can go over there and join it, so you can print off any of these files that you would like on any cards that I have made that you see on my YouTube channel. I would like if you would give me a thumbs up when you watch my video, share my video with your friends so that they can see some of the ideas that I'm doing, and that I would really appreciate it. Also, remember to take in thought of the retired and closeout list with all the embellishments, the stamps, the bundles, papers, just all the different things that's on there. It's quite a bit of a pages, because here's mine, and all my blue marks is stuff that I have that's leaving. So as you can see, I got a lot of stuff leaving, but this is what this list looks like. So it's a pretty good sized list. Okay, I also have this list. This one is done in Excel. There's one, it's a PDF from the Stampin' Up's website that is on my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP 2, if you do not have it. And just remember that I'm always here to be your demonstrator. If you don't have one, you can order from my website, ritaholmes.stampinup.net. I do have my host code if that's good till the last day of the month, and then I will be putting a new one up for April. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys have a great day. It's really raining. It's supposed to be really windy here in Ohio tonight, so I wanted to get everything done just in case we lose some power tonight. You all stay safe and have a happy night, or whenever you're watching this, if it's day, whatever time you are watching it. Just, I wish you all the happiness and joy, and have a great day. Thank you. Bye.